Hey guys, I hope you're all doing fantastic. My name's Adam, and today we're going to be talking about whether or not you should buy Hyliion at these levels, or if you should sell Hyliion if you're losing your patience on this investment. Okay, so we can see Hyliion is down pretty dramatically over the past month. We can see it's down by 26%, and previously, even a couple of days ago, it was trading at $27 a share. Okay, and just a disclosure, I am long Hyliion. Okay, I own shares in Hyliion Holdings Corporation. And I, of course, am bullish on Hyliion, and I will be holding my shares, right? And I mean, I feel sorry for this dude. Sometimes it's funny to look at the Yahoo conversation tab. This guy owns 800 shares of stock at $33, and he's like, "Yes, I am a bag holder," which is pretty much just someone that holds the stock even if it drops to zero. Okay, and that's like me with NAT, by the way. So first, what is Hyliion? You may ask. Well, it provides solutions to electrify existing semi-truck fleets. Okay, so well, one, it has a fully hybrid solution with one of their hybrid semi-truck costs around like $220,000, but they also have existing solutions for natural gas and diesel trucks that can pretty much fully replace uh, gas-fueled powertrains for electric powertrains. Okay, and what this does is improve mileage and, of course, improves environmental efficiency and also the range on these trucks. All right, and these go for, I'm pretty sure, around like 15,000 or so. I might be wrong on that. Okay, and we're gonna look at some numbers to see whether or not you should be holding the stock or even buying more stock at these levels. Okay, and of course it is a risky bet, but I'm definitely betting on that bright future for Hyliion. All right. So the reason why Hyliion seems to be going down is because it announced redemption of public warrants on November 30th. But that's just a natural part of the process of what happens when a SPAC reverse merges with a company, as with Tortoise Acquisition and Hyliion. All right, so they're saying here Hyliion today announced on November 30th that holders of its approximately 12.5 million outstanding warrants to purchase shares of its common stock, um, and pretty much they'll have until December 30th to exercise their public warrants. And what that means is that they're exercisable for an aggregate of these 12.5 million shares of common stock at a price of $11.50 per share. So right now, it makes sense for people to exercise these warrants because they could get the stock at $11.50 per share, and then again sell it for $17 and like 50 cents a share that the Hyliion stock is trading at around right now, and make a quick $6 profit. Okay, and so that's what I think this negative pressure on the stock price is. Okay, and we can see even that I don't think it's because of people having short positions in Hyliion. There's not a massive short interest in Hyliion. It's only 6%, whereas I've seen companies like Nordstrom have around like 45% short interest. And we all see what happened there with people who shorted Nordstrom. That stock just went from like 14, $15 to like $31 real quick. Okay, so I don't think that's causing the negative downward movement in the stock price. Okay, and we can see, if we're looking at some indicators, we can see that there was some resistance previously when the stock hit $18, and then it went up all the way to $27. And now we can see it's back down, and it actually broke the resistance. Again, tested resistance at around $18, and then now it broke the resistance and is trading at $17 and change. Okay. So if we're looking at the MACD, we can see it's in negative territory, which is a bearish indicator. However, the relative strength index at 34 indicates this stock is actually in oversold territory. So we could be seeing a bottom in Hyliion stock price, and we could see even a reversal of the stock price if sentiment changes, and if hopefully these indicators don't trend lower. Okay, and so now let's get into non-members. Okay, but first I want to say that the reason why I believe in Hyliion is, of course, between they have partnerships with there's the Hyliion Cat partnership and then the Hyliion Whiteman partnership, and these are semi-trucking companies that have. So, for example, Cat has 5 electrified powertrain solutions from Hyliion. All right, and once they test out these Hyliion products, I think they've had it since September. And if they do like the Hyliion products, then they're going to potentially convert their whole fleet, which I believe consists of 110 units, to the whole Hyliion electrified powertrain solution. So that would be huge, okay? And sort of similar deal with the White Man case, right? I believe, although they have like 2 of the Hyliion solutions. So what this means is if these deals don't go through, then that might signal to other companies that are potentially looking to electrify their semi trucks. They might look at that and be like, okay, these companies, CAT and Whitman, they exited out of the deals. They don't want any of the Hyliion's electric powertrain. And what this signals is, that maybe this product is not so good. Okay, so uh, this is a risky investment. I'm betting that the CAT and Whiteman, that they're like, okay, you know what, these electric powertrains are sick. They're amazing. We're gonna convert our whole fleet. Okay, and this might project Hyliion into that upper space where they get more lucrative deals with other companies. Excuse me. Um, so that's just one note that I wanted to say, that you have to be okay with the risk that they might not get the full deal with CAT and Whiteman. All right, but if we're going along with what their projections are, by the way, their Q3 results show that they installed 8 hybrid electric units in the third quarter of 2020, which was in line with their projections of producing 20 hybrid electric units in 2020. And if I'm just going to zoom in on this investor presentation deck uh, before they merge with Tortoise acquisition, we can see that they're projecting for 2020 to have 20 units of the hybrid electric being sold, 2021 300, and 2022 4,100, all the way to 2024 15,500. Okay, and again, this is very, very dependent, I believe, on those deals that they have right now of these semi trucks on the road, right? So let's just work with some numbers here. I wrote a couple numbers down. And here, if they project revenue of $2 billion by 2024 based on these numbers, um, this means that this stock price should at least 7x since then, depending on whatever differing price to sales ratio. Okay. And just to note that this only reflects 2.2% of the 94 billion annual addressable market. Okay. So if we can see here, just take into account this $2 billion number, and we're looking at Hyliion stock, which right now has a price of 2.6, or a market cap of 2.7 billion, let's say, okay, and if they were to sell, to have $2 billion in revenue by 2024 with a 15 price to sales ratio, uh, this means that you would 11x your money based on these current prices, based on a $30 billion market cap, because that's what a 15 price to sales ratio would mean. Okay, and why did I choose 15? Well, I mean, if we're looking at Tesla's price to sales ratio is about like 21, so I said 15 is a more conservative estimate. Or if you want to do even more conservative estimate of, let's say, 10 price to sales ratio, that would mean that you would 7x your money, because the market cap would be $20 billion, and if you divide 20 billion by 2.69 billion right now, that would give you a 7x return on your investment. Okay, so these numbers look promising to me. Of course, all this is very dependent on whether or not Hyliion executes, and whether the sentiment in the electric vehicle industry is as strong today as it is in a couple of years from now. And that's why I'm investing in Hyliion, is for long-term gains. Okay, so hopefully I can consolidate this bag holder right here. It's looking like a pretty big bag, looking like it's heavily weighing on his shoulders. I hope this guy watches it and gets some useful info from this presentation that I did for you today. And of course, if you did enjoy this presentation, please be sure to give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Definitely helps out the channel a lot. And check out a couple links below that may interest you. All right, so yeah, take care, and I'll see you in the next video.